Okay, a lot of people have been saying, why don't you make a video about Trinidad and Tobago, your own country, your home country? So why not? Here are about 10 things about Trinidad and Tobago you didn't know about, and I think number 6 and 9 will really surprise you. 1. Trinidad and Tobago. Okay? 2 islands, 1 country, 1 republic. Trinidad is the big island with the industrial action, and Tobago is a little island, the quintessential Caribbean island. It's really beautiful, really quiet, low crime rate, and really clean. To show you how clean Tobago is, a few years back, Trinidad and Tobago was rated the 2nd best country in the world by the United Nations in terms of air pollution. Now, there's no way Trinidad, with its rush hour traffic, is number 2 in the world, but the island of Tobago brought us up. So yes, Tobago, a beautiful island. I think the crown jewel of Trinidad and Tobago. And if you go to Trinidad, you've got to visit Tobago. It is what beautiful island life is all about. Number 2, all right, famous people from Trinidad and Tobago. Now, there are a lot of famous people from Trinidad and Tobago. I'm not going to try to call off all, just some relevant ones from the last few decades. Let's begin with V.S. Naipaul. He won the Nobel Prize for Literature in 2001. He's an icon of 20th century English literature. If you study an English lit degree, you got to read Naipaul. He should have won the Nobel Prize 20 years earlier, but he kept insulting the Nobel Committee, so it took him a while. But Naipaul, big deal. Then you've got Nicki Minaj, the most famous female rapper in history. I think we all know who Nicki Minaj is, don't we? Brian Charles Lara, the most famous cricketer in history. He went to Fatima College, my high school. Big up Fatima. He was 1 year behind me. Brian is the Michael Jordan or Diego Maradona of international cricket. Broke about 7 world records in his life. The most famous cricketer in the world. The number 1 batsman in history. Brian Charles Lara, Fatima College, Trinidad and Tobago. And how does one forget about Dwight York, the smiling assassin? Dwight York won the treble with Manchester United in 1999, one of the top strikers to ever come out of the Caribbean and the EPL. Dwight York, Manchester United, from the island of Tobago. Atto Bolan was one of the top sprinters in the world in the 1990s. Yep, again, Fatima College came in just as I was leaving. Atto was a 4-time Olympic medalist in the 100 and 200 meters. Got injured in a car accident which affected his times in the latter stages of his career. But Atto Bolan was a pretty big deal back in the day. There have been other athletes from Trinidad to win Olympic gold medals, but unless you're a hardcore athletics fan, you may not be aware of them. The Trinidad and Tobago 4x1 relay team won gold at the 2008 Olympics, and at the 2016 Olympics, Kershawn Walcott in the javelin won gold for Trinidad and Tobago. Winston Duke, you've seen him in Black Panther, you've seen him in The Avengers, and you're going to see him in the Black Panther sequel. He was recently in the movie Spencer for Hire, and he may be making the life story of Kimbo Slice, the former bare-knuckle fighter and boxer. Winston Duke is from the island of Tobago and a very up-and-coming actor in Hollywood. Number 3, the Libre Pitch Lake. In Trinidad, we say Libre, but it's a Spanish word, and I'm pretty sure the correct pronunciation is La Brea. It is the largest natural deposit of asphalt in the world. It is a geological marvel. There are only 2 natural asphalt lakes in the world, in Venezuela and Trinidad. Trinidad's got the bigger one. It's about 100 acres of asphalt. It's about 250 feet deep, and it's got about 10 million cubic feet of asphalt. Most of it is pre-sold every year to the Chinese. As I said, it is an amazing ecological marvel. It was first discovered in the mid-1500s by Sir Walter Raleigh, I believe was the discoverer. I hope I got my history right. It'd be embarrassing if I got the name wrong. So Walter Raleigh, on his way to South America, saw the pitch lake was introduced to him by the native Indians, and he used it to patch his ships. He saw the use for the asphalt, and this asphalt lake has been probably pitching roads all over the world for the last 100 years. Number 4, the Trinidad and Tobago steel pan, the only musical instrument to have been invented in the 20th century. It's one of the great instruments of music invented originally from good old Trinidad and Tobago, land of Calypso, home of the steel pan, and host of the greatest show on earth, TNT Carnival. That leads me right into number 5, is it? Is it number 5? Yeah, my brain clicked and it's number 5. And number 5 would be Calypso music, the Trinidad and Tobago Carnival, and limbo dancing. Calypso music was invented in Trinidad and Tobago. The carnival, our carnival, is the 2nd biggest carnival in the world after Brazil. And Brazil is only bigger because they got like 80 million people and we've got 1.5. But it's called the greatest show on earth. It is a fantastic affair. We start partying 3 months in advance. The last 30 days is every night, and the last 4 days, 24 hours a day. Limbo dancing, again, from Trinidad and Tobago. So you got carnival, you got limbo dancing, you got calypso music. It's a grand, grand affair.